Prior to that engagement with that level of training, would you say that you would have walked by and not cleaned the water?
I would say, yeah, absolutely. I lacked the discipline on being able to be just a productive human being and saying, I know it's not my job, but I'm going to do that anyway because it's just the right thing to do.
So how old are you when you joined the military? How does that work? What does that look like?
18 years old, signed up, right out of high school, shipped out to boot camp, and it's an amazing. I tell you what.
Was that the Buds?
No, that's Navy SEALs. But what we go through as a Marines is Paris Island, South Carolina. It's recruit training, 13 weeks of it. And then after that, some more training afterwards. But the initial one is that big transformation change where 13 weeks, you're just having this complete institutionalized level culture change. It is a culture
like
shock,
a stripping
by the way.
away and a building
big
up.
time. Mom and dad aren't there. No, you're completely accountable, and the level of stress they're going to put you under is tremendous because we need to prepare you for war. That's basically what's happening there. So imagine an 18-year-old kid leaving home and all of a sudden have these mountain-sized drill instructors screaming at you, barking orders at you, and making sure that when they have you try to complete a task, you have to do it over and over again because it's never right. But the idea is that they want you to follow orders, they want you to know that you're part of a team, and they want you to do it under an amazing amount of stress. That's the idea.
Did you want to quit?
There was a point when I wanted to quit. Sure.
Why didn't you?
Why didn't I? Well, because I found out there was a commitment here. And I said I knew that the end result of me completing recruit training was going to be 10 times more fulfilling than quitting. Because what happens, I've seen guys in my platoon quit. And the sad part is we would go through the phases of training, and those guys that would quit will be separated from our platoon into a different platoon, and we would see them in other areas. As we're progressing in our phases and getting closer to graduation, they're still there waiting for the administration process to get through so they can get out. And we're looking, I remember, I never forget, I saw one guy, we're at the chow hall, right? And he's on that side of the chow line, I'm on that side of the chow line. I'm like, oh my God, this guy quit like 3 weeks ago. We're like almost halfway through this thing, and he's still waiting to get out. Meanwhile, he could have just stuck with it and been halfway through.
Is that a big lesson?
Yeah, it was a big lesson. And the look he gave me, there was just this look of embarrassment and shame when he looked at me. I looked at him, I nodded. He looked at me, he nodded, because he was in my unit. I knew exactly who he was. And it was sad. I said, you know what? There is no way I'm going to be that guy. There is no way, because he's regretting every single moment, looking at all our faces, moving on to the next phase while he's stuck.